Welcome! We have finally made it to the Philippines and it was a smoother journey than we expected. In today's video, we are gonna break down everything you need to know to enter to the Philippines from April 2022, and this will apply to vaccinated passengers.
So in our case, the last 2 months we've been traveling Chiang Mai, Thailand, and this is where we flew out from. So we flew from Chiang Mai to Singapore and Singapore to Cebu. If you do travel through Singapore, you need to know that everything closes at 10 o'clock, except for a 7-Eleven where you can buy water, cup noodles, etc. So just in case. And before you fly, you need to make sure you have 6 documents ready. You don't need to print them out. We showed everything through our phones except for our passport.
Okay, so let's get started. Document number 1, your passport. So your passport has to be valid at least 6 months at the time of your arrival into the Philippines. Number 2, your proof of vaccination certificate.
So with the vaccination certificate, we had to show it in Chiang Mai, Thailand at the check-in counter, and also when we traveled to the Philippines at the validation counter, we showed it again. Number 3, you need to show a proof of travel or medical insurance that covers COVID cases up to $35,000. The insurance that we went with was Safety Wing. The reason we chose Safety Wing is that it's a rolling contract, so you can cancel after the first month and you're not obliged to pay for a whole year. And honestly, it's so easy. They even provide you a service online where you can just quickly print out a visa letter, and then this is what you show to the validation counter in Philippines.
And just to note, when we got tested positive in London, because I'm a Japanese national abroad, so they have paid me the whole 10 days quarantine, right?
Which was around $500?
Yeah, $500 straight to my Japanese bank account.
So yeah, it's a really good company to go with, and we'll leave all the information in the links below.
Number 4, your negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours or your negative laboratory-based antigen test taken within 24 hours prior to departure.
So what we did is we took a negative antigen, not a negative antigen test, we took an antigen test which turned out negative. We actually did it a few hours before flying. So once you get to your laboratory-based certificate, you then can upload it online to apply for the health pass, which brings me on to number 5, the One Health Pass. So you have to register online within 3 days of arriving into the Philippines. And when you do register online, you need to submit your RT-PCR test plus additional documentation such as your passport copy, etc. So once you do apply, you are straight away provided with a QR code, and you can kind of take a screenshot of this or keep the email with you so you can show it once you land into the Philippines and also at the check-in counter from wherever you're departing from. And number 6, the final documentation that you require is an outbound ticket. So if you're a resident or a citizen, this won't apply to you. But if you're like us, kind of labeled digital nomads, that we travel, we're not sure when we want to leave the country, then you will need a outbound ticket to show at the check-in counter in the port or before you're traveling to the Philippines. So they did check both of ours in Thailand. However, when we did land into the Philippines, mine didn't get checked, but Miho's did get checked. So it just depends on the officer who's checking your documentation. So in order to provide an outbound ticket, we've got a really useful website, which is Edreams.Philippines, and you're able to book a ticket and cancel it within 24 hours. In order to do this, what you have to do is select the date that you're leaving the Philippines, and then on the side, on the right hand side, it should say a free cancellation within a certain amount of hours. If you do not see this label, go back and search for another ticket, because you need to see this label so you can cancel. And what we did is once we passed the immigration in Thailand, we cancelled the ticket. Yes. I got refunded within 24 hours, and they say the refund is up to 10 days, but 24 hours and I had the money back into my account. So this is a really useful tip which could help you out.
So if you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and
we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.